Introduce Congressman Jan Schakowsky. Thank you, Congresswoman. Thank you, Jan.
Thank you, Anne. Thank you. Čestitam na vašoj proslavi. Did I do it? Thank you, Marija. She helped me with that. Thank you. Our great author. What a thrill it is for me to be here tonight. I said to Mayor Daley before he came up here, what a great city this is. We do celebrate our cultural, our ethnic diversity. That's what makes us this wonderful city. And I am just so proud to be here tonight as someone who represents a large part of the Croatian community. My good friend Ilija Vasil, I don't know if he's here, helped to make the Croatian Center on Divan, just west of California, on the north side of Chicago, where we have many, many celebrations. And it is just a beautiful celebration of 170 years of the Croatian community tonight. I had the wonderful pleasure of going to Dubrovnik last summer and seeing, I think, now that Mayor Daley is gone, maybe I can say, I think the prettiest city in the world. Oh, next to Chicago. Next to Chicago, Mayor. And to be here tonight to honor the great Croatians, Bill Kurtis, who knew? Who knew? And all the others, Chris, for helping to bring the Croatian community and all of its contributions to light. So again, it's just an honor for me to represent at least a part of the community and to be welcomed into your community and to celebrate with you tonight. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to say one thing about what an advanced country Croatia is when the acting Consul General is a woman and the Croatian Ambassador is a woman, obviously.
We're going to have to work on that here a little bit, aren't we? Well, now it's my pleasure to introduce the author of the book, Croatians in Chicagoland, and the driving force behind this wonderful night. Marija is a friend. She was my intern. She was my son's confirmation sponsor. And now she's my wonderful business partner. And Marija was destined to write this book. As Renee said before, Croatians needed a book. When my son was in 4th grade, they had a school project, and they had to write about Christmas in a different country. And being in Glenview, they all picked Ireland. Well, my son wanted to do Croatia. So he said, I'm doing Croatia. Well, Sister Marie called me on the phone, and she's like, I'm really worried about Connor doing Croatia. I said, why? She goes, well, he has to fill 4 pages. And I looked on the internet, and there's not that much about it. And I don't think he's going to be able to fill 4 pages. And I said, oh, sister, I'm not worried. And she goes, you're not? And I said, no, the Dugandzic family is his source. With them as his source, he could write a book, much less 4 pages. So 8 years later, Connor got an A++++ on that project, the only one he's ever gotten, on Croatia. And Marija has finally written the book that I think she was born to write that honors so many of you here today. So Marija.
Thank you. Thank you. Of course, I have my speech, but my speech doesn't make sense right now because it's so overwhelming. So many of you families have opened up your doors. Let me, the big pregnant lady, I was pregnant 5 months ago. The pregnant lady with her scanners, calling everyone, harassing everyone, stalking everyone. And the reason was to get these stories down, to get these stories somewhere, which represent all the areas of Chicago. And we all know, I'm from the north side, we've got the Princeton crowd, we've got the south side, and it's always been, each to his own. So hopefully this is just a little slice. Most of you should have name tags. Some of them are a bit personalized, but if you look around, look at your neighbors, everyone has something to contribute to this book. And even if your mugshot didn't make it on there, your story is there, your grandmother's story, the way everyone came across. You know, and a couple years ago, I sat my family down. We did a video for Father Nick before he left to go to Split. And there were 5 different versions about how the Dugandzics came here. One went to the Alps, no, we went through the river. No, we went through the Alps. And so it was important to kind of get those stories down, especially for our generation, because, you know, we're going to lose those stories. We're going to lose that, that feeling, that, I guess, that the American dream that, you know, it's easy for us. You know, we're born here, or at least I am, and many of you are. So it was important to get that down. Like I said, it's very overwhelming looking at all the faces, a lot of the older generation, again, that, you know, like the Lonchar family. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the Lonchars. Lonchars are like the Smiths. I mean, how many families? 10, 20, 20. So Mrs. Marie Lonchar Maras and her daughter Marcia, contributions to the City of Chicago police officers, Cook County Circuit Court judge. I mean, we're not just going to church, we're not just going to dinners, we are contributing to this great city. We've got the Petichek family. Where's Antoinette and Antoinette and Antoinette? 3 generations of Antoinettes. Can you stand up, please? These are probably the longest Croatian business in Chicago, the Petichek Bakery on Narragansett and Archer. Again, Mr. Petichek came here as a little 10 years old, I believe, right? Yeah, 13. And bought the bakery from the Gregorich Bakery. And now Antoinette and her mother still works there. You know, so again, a little slice of Chicago on Archer Avenue. We've got also a renowned family of Pavel Kufrin, the late Pavel Kufrin, the son George and his wife Joan, if you could stand up as well. Mr. Kufrin was a fabulous sculptor in Chicago. You can see a lot of his panels. His late father's panels are on the Federal Reserve here in downtown Chicago, in addition to several other places. We've got also, like I said, the Lonchars top it as far as the families. But we've got the Becic clan. Now, I'm not going to even start it because they're like the Dugandzics at Princeton. The Becic clan, where's Gigi and Louis Scalise? Let me see, where's Gigi? Yeah, there's Gigi and Louis Scalise again. You people are the fabric of this community. You know, your stories, your children. You know, many of you have taught Croatian school. Many of you taught communion at school. Many of you taught soccer. You know, we've got Hrvat on the north side. We've got Jadran on the south side. We've got Concordia. So we've got not only culture, politics, and bakery, right? Baked goods, Ms. Petichek. But so much. So I'm a producer. I hate being on stage. I like being behind the scenes, as I told Anne. But I thank you so much. And whoever wants to do part 2, I'll let you know the publisher's name, and you're happy. We can talk in the back because I'm not doing this again. But it was, right, my dad and my family especially. Thank you for putting up with me. I love you. And I know my mom is watching somewhere. She would be very proud, Zrinka. Thank you, Dad. You know, our national anthem, there's a couple of words that really ring true tonight, and Sinje moru svijetu reci, da svoj narod Hrvat ljubi. Basically, the saying, the deep, deep blue sea, tell the world that the Croat loves his people. And just the fact that, first of all, the Croatians came on time tonight, that is amazing. This is a record. And so what you're telling me and everyone that's in this room is, you know, I hope that, you know, your story is in here. We all share it. We're all wearing name tags. And like I said, some of us are in the book, some of us aren't. Half of my family isn't, and they're upset with me, but that's okay. We're all part of this book. So I thank you very much, and enjoy.
She says she's not going to do part 2, but give her a week. Give her a week and she'll be ready to go on part 2. And I know her mother is up in heaven watching today. And as beautiful as Marija is, her mother, Kathy, was so wonderful and beautiful and such a great mom to her own family and so many of the people in this room and my own children. And that's where I first learned about Croatian mothers and how unique they are and how wonderful they are. So Marija, thank you. Thank you very much for organizing this. And before we give out our awards, we're going to have some music from Split, Croatia. I said that right, didn't I? Okay. And I'm very proud to introduce Srđan Budla. So thank you very much for joining us tonight in Chicago.